Greetings, Twin Flames. Peace be upon you, better healths. Just kidding. There's no better or worse in Twin Flame union. We are all part of each other. And thank you for subscribing, liking the previous video. I love you guys. Thank you so much. I can feel your love. And I hope you can feel mine. And I know some of you have been waiting for this next video to come. Thank you for your patience. And so let's start right away, because I know you're eager to hear what's new, what new we're gonna learn today together. I was waiting until Monday so that I have enough clarification on the really strong messages and some amazing download that I've received this week. Seriously. So first, we're gonna do this video again in 3 parts. First part, we're gonna discuss some terms and explain some terms that we hear or read in Twin Flame videos or articles or energy or other readings. Second, we're gonna discuss Twin Flame stalking. What is Twin Flame stalking? stalking stalking versus regular stalking, if there is such thing. But stalking by some weirdo and stalking by your twin. So we're gonna discuss that. And then third is messages that I channeled for you and which came like as I said, real strongly this week, and I think are super important right now. Okay, so part 1. So let's dissect some terms that we hear in Twin Flame community. And I will then tell you why are these terms, I will explain to you some stuff. So first term we're going to talk about is when they say multidimensional being. Okay, they call all of us, and we all are multidimensional beings. And besides the point that there is more than one dimension, that the physical realm is called the 3D. In Islam, it's called dunya. Dunya. Dunya means the world of the world of, well, in Christianity it would be called the world of the flesh. So the physical world, but we are not only physical. We know that we are spiritual beings that live inside the physical bodies. So of course there's a fourth dimension and fifth dimension and sixth dimension, and you can separately research a little bit if you already don't know. Of course, most of you know exactly what 4 or 5D not only is, not only that you've researched, but you have been in a 4 and 5D and 6D forms with your twin or by yourself. So when we say multidimensional being, it doesn't only mean that we can be in these different dimensions at different times or at the same time. And as we are ascending individually, not only by connection with our twin through 4 or 5D, and some of us experienced astral lovemaking. Some of us experienced astral visitation by our twin, or we have visited our twin astrally. Some of you have not been there yet, so this will sound super weird to you, but it's real. Nonetheless, it's real. And then you have experienced telepathic communication with your twin or with other people, or with your higher self, or with the other dimensional beings. So yes, we know what, and then of course there's dreams. So we discussed that in one of my previous videos. So dream is another dimension. It's not a 3D, and you experience things in your dreams. Sometimes there are important messages that you need to receive through these dreams. Sometimes there will be negative energy or dark energies entering your, I mean, visiting you in that dimension while you're dreaming, so that they can discourage you, scare you, and terrorize you. Those are called nightmares. And there's also purging dreams, where you actually visit your past lives, or you visit other dimensions of your existence, so that you can clear some karma or some past traumas. And so these are like sort of like going to school when you attend a certain class, you know, and you learn something, or you get tested on your, you know, in these classes. So this is how some dreams are. They're like learning for you, or they're purging for you. But anyways, it's another dimension that you visit. So that's why we're called multidimensional beings. That is one reason why we are called multidimensional beings. The other reason is very important. I'm going to address this to you right now, and you have to really carefully listen to this right now, because it came to me, it was downloaded through me. It's very, very important to all of you right now to hear this. We are multidimensional beings because ourself is not always 100%, most of the time is not 100% present. Our spiritual us is not 100% present within us, within our physical body. Only part of who we really are is present in our physical body. So I'm gonna try to explain this as best as possible. Okay, before I do, I'm gonna connect another term that we hear in Twin Flame community, which is the term awakened. And usually we consider ourselves to be the awakened twin. Spiritual awakening is another way to put it. So I'm gonna connect these terms right now, because what does it mean to be awakened in a physical terms of so you are, what is awakened state in a dictionary? What does it mean to be awakened? Likewise, we can compare the term spiritual awakening. Let's compare that. So to be physically awake is you fall asleep, you go into another dimension, and you are absolutely out of your body. Your body is in a state of rest, while your spirit is not actually resting. It's somewhere else, is doing something else. You're talking to someone else, you're dreaming, you're in a state of dimension called we like to call dream, but it's just another dimension. I like to call it 4D. But sometimes it could be higher than 4D, depends on the they say depth of the dream, but I'd say it's the height of your dream. How high did you go? Did you go in the fourth or fifth or sixth dimension in your dream state? So, but of course you can achieve these dimensions, the travel to these other dimensions, not only through dreams. But let's just say dreams for now, because when you sleep, and you could also be not dreaming, or maybe you don't remember that you're dreaming. Anyways, when you come back inside, I mean, when you return and you open your eyes and you awake inside your body, you're calling yourself awakened. Why is this? Well, so that's like a regular awakening, like every day you awake and you get up. So of course, spiritual awakening means something else. It means that you're becoming aware of more, that there's more to this life, that there's more to you than just, 3D world. So the being spiritually awakened also means to gain knowledge, and to try to learn to understand what's going on within you, and also to feel. You start feeling actually your light body. You start feeling your chakras, your kundalini awakens. You can actually feel the part of you that is energy. So there's an energetic awakening as well. So being awake as a regular term means return to your to returning your spiritual self and your energy back inside your, merging back with your physical body, right? So like becoming complete. But how much, this is the point now when I want to connect, how much of you is in your physical body, how much of you is inside of your physical body on a daily basis. Um, Here's a question. Okay, I'm going to ask you a question. Maybe question is the best way to explain to you what I'm trying to say here. How many of you are you? Okay, let me repeat that question for you once again, and you think about it. How many of you are you? How many of you are really what you truly are? I mean, in percentage, if we could talk in percentage, how many of you are really what you truly are in percentage? Are you 20% yourself right now? 30? 5%? 60%? Would you say you are 40% of yourself right now? 90%? I mean, 100% is a big percentage when it comes to personal consciousness. I mean, that's what I'm trying to nail here. When I say we are multidimensional beings, and when I say awakened, okay, when we connect those two terms to the term consciousness, you know, and how much of your entire consciousness is awakened within, present within your physical body. Because to be 100% your full consciousness within your physical body is much easier said than done. Okay, so let's say, you know how doctors say, what is your pain on a scale from 1 to 10? Describe your pain when you go to doctor's office and you fill out application, and then you tell them, you try to feel your pain and you say, oh well, it's kind of 6, or it's unfortunately it's 10, or it's 1. You know, it's kind of dull pain. It's not really strong, but it's there constantly. It's bugging you, but it's 1%. So you have to go within yourself and feel where your physical pain is and say, okay, it's like 7 on a scale of 1 to 10. It's 7. So likewise, how much of you is within you on a scale of 1 to 10? You have to be really deep, go deep inside yourself and feel that. Why is this important? Why am I telling you this today? And what was downloaded to me, I still didn't tell you. Why am I talking about this is many of you are experiencing the possibility, or you're questioning yourself right now, that you have met someone after you met your twin, that now seems like you met someone else who may be your twin. Okay, and now you're confused. Now, if you watch, like I watched that video that was just posted this previous week, it's on the channel Goldray Twin Flames, and I'm gonna put his link below. And Mr. Goldray Twin Flames, who I respect so much, I love him so much because he's one of the first and oldest, I think maybe he is the oldest of the Twin Flame teachers, and I respect him deeply and I love him so much. And I used to watch his videos many years ago when he was one of the first channels on YouTube, and many of things he said I didn't get because I was like, wait, that's not possible. Like, what is he talking about? But then eventually it happened to me, because I guess I was not on that, part of my journey yet. But when it eventually came to being and it happened to me, then I remembered him. So that's why I'm saying I have great respect for this man. But in this video that I posted a link below and that I am referring to right now, his latest video that he posted this week, he talks about this possibility that we have more than one twin. And one thing I have to disagree with him is he but he says, he admits himself, he admits that he is not sure yet what's going on. He's not quite sure yet what what is what is really going on. He's not exactly sure himself. And that's the only thing that I don't agree with him, is that if he's not sure yet, what is this? What does this mean? What's really going on? Then he shouldn't have posted the video yet. He should have waited until things are clarified to him through his own personal experience, which he is experiencing and he is sharing in his video. So with all due respect, I love him, I respect him, but I think he should have waited, because why I'm posting this subject right now is because it was given to me, and I feel great responsibility and great honor to share this with you, because it was explained to me, and it came actually day before I watched his video, which is, wow, it's amazing. So by the time I watched his video, I already knew what was going on. So I'm going to try to explain to you as best as possible what is this phenomenon of multiple twins that you may be experiencing, that you may have more than one twin. Let me tell you right away, you don't have more than one twin, but you do. Okay, so I will get into that. I will explain to you. You do have only one organic twin, because if we wasn't twin flames, wouldn't be twin flames. We are exact match of another soul, and that soul is reincarnated in this life in another person, and you met that person, and that's where it all started for you, because you met the person and it was like whoosh. And you know what, I don't have to get into details, you all have your individual stories, and then bad things started happening, or they may look bad to you, but they're good for you because they took you on a journey. And fast forward, if you're on that part of your journey right now, where when you're actually ascending and learning, and your multidimensional being is awakened, then now you're running into some phenomenon called this, like second twin or third twin or fake twin or twin, manifested twin, like I call my one of my experiences person, I call him manifested twin. And someone will say the, what they call them, the fake twin, or what they call them, I can't remember. Well, I'll remember as I go along. There's another term people are coining now about these people that may be your another twin, and you're confused, and you're super confused, because now you don't want to give up on your old twin, but you think, well, maybe that one was just preparing you for your maybe this one is your actual twin. Don't get confused. There's only one actual twin, and I use the term in my videos, you may have noticed, I use the term organic twin, because if you think about the word organic, you will understand what it means, organic twin, okay? Or like anything's organic, like the true, the one and only. But okay, we will explain why you're experiencing these like multi twin experiences. Okay, so let's say you heard the term in regular psychology, you heard the term split personality, you know. So I'm gonna try to explain to that term split personality. Is it has a bit of a different meaning in psychology, but in this case of you experience someone who could be your twin, it's actually your twin's personality split into several people. Yeah, I know it sounds super crazy, but let me explain to you, okay? Go back to the term multidimensional being that I just mentioned, and go back to what we just talked about how much of us, ourself, is always present, how much of you is you all the time. So let me give you example. If you are at work and you're focused on your work specifically or something you're doing, okay, then your other you, the let's say if you're a mother, okay, your mother, and you're worried about your kid and it's in school, maybe your kid is in school, maybe, or having a game or something, and you're working, and you will have moments when you go like the mother, the you who is a mother or a father, like parent part of you, will be thinking about your kid for a moment, then you will go back and think about your work. So like 90% of you will be focused on that work. You will be present in that moment where you are and what you're doing, but 10% of you will be aware. The 10% of your consciousness will be over there on that soccer field or in that school or thinking about your child or someplace else. Okay, so that's like you're splitting your person, your spirituality, your spiritual being, your consciousness into 90% doing your work and 10% thinking and doing your like parenting worry and thinking about your child. Okay, so that's like you're not 100% doing your work, only 90%, but that 90% is enough to have work done, let's say. Okay, and then think about when you're talking to someone. Let me give you another example. You're talking to someone and you're present in that conversation, and whatever topic you're discussing with that person, okay, you're talking, but in the back of your mind you're thinking about something else, and or you're feeling something, you have some feelings, let's say, and those feelings have nothing to do with that topic you're discussing with that person, and you're being somewhere else, part of you is somewhere else, okay? And then also, besides that, there's always part of you that is in a higher dimension, the higher you, the higher self of each individual, which is still not down in your physical body 100%. So this ascension process that we are going through, which was propelled and started after we met our twin, which is kind of like a pilot light. The twin flame energy starts, like ignites you to start awakening in a spiritual sense. And learning, and you become eager to learn things and stuff. So by learning, you help yourself on this ascension process. Ascension is actually, many times I have tried to explain this to people, ascension is actually descension. It's the higher you, it's your full consciousness descending down into your physical body, becoming one with you, with your physical self. The more of your higher dimensional existence of you is coming down and being merged within your physical body, you're coming into peace with yourself, becoming complete. And on top of that, you're going to become complete with your twin, which is like a super, like a power charged, super like final, like a final click, final completion. Then you're like super complete, like you become, that's why we have that number 11 as a symbol of twin flames. 1 and 1, it doesn't make 2, but it's another 1, you know? Okay, I explained that earlier as well. Or I gave you the metaphor of 2 shoes, and as someone said, there's if you have 1 shoe, you cannot sell it, it's useless, you cannot wear it, you know, but it's complete shoe, but it's useless without the other shoe. So you will eventually come into union with your twin, and yes, there's only 1, but why, let's go back, why are we experiencing, if you're that far on your journey, as I am and as Mr. Golden Ray is. And why are we experiencing, and I hope he's watching this video, I send him my love and my respect and my thanks for everything I learned from him so far. And I hope this way I will pay him back. So, what we are experiencing with these other people is, you know, if you watch the movie Ghost, most of you have heard, most of people have heard about movie Ghost uh, with Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore and Whoopi Goldberg. And Whoopi's character in the movie Ghost says to Demi Moore's character that her boyfriend, I mean Demi Moore's boyfriend, who's played by Patrick Swayze, who was killed, who was murdered, that she can hear him and that he wants to talk to his girlfriend and connect with her. And in one of the final scenes of the movie, Whoopi says, as a medium, as a psychic medium, she says to Patrick Swayze's character, and I quote, she says, "You can use my body." You can use my body. And then he enters her, and then he can finally touch. He can touch his lover, his girlfriend. He touches her face, but it's actually Whoopi's character who is touching her face. You gotta see Ghost. I mean, if you haven't seen the movie, you gotta see Ghost from 1990, and it's an amazing movie in itself. And it kind of shows the twin flames, that one is in the 3D world and the other one has passed into other dimension, but it's actually lingering in this dimension. So it's a great movie to watch. So what happens when you meet someone and they are now resonating and manifesting things that you know your twin has either telepathically messaged you before, or you know that this is what your twin feels like, should be saying to you, but now this other person is resonating and telling you these things? Or this other person is physically attracted to you the way you know your twin is attracted to you, but they're hiding it from you? So why is this coming through another person? See, as I said, just like you are not 100% in your body yet, your twin especially is not 100% in their body, and sometimes they're 100% outside of their body, not being dead, just being disconnected not only with you but with themselves in a high percentage, or in other words, their percentage of consciousness inside their body is very low, maybe only 10%. Some of you experience that your twin is actually sort of like a living dead, like a zombie spiritually, which doesn't mean that they will not come fully into their body. That just means that right now their higher self is in higher dimensions, but in the 3D they're not fully present, not even close to being fully present. And you are building up your presence. You're reaching almost 100%. This is why you call it ascension. You are awakened almost 100% within yourself, and you need to clear just few more things on your way. And that's why your twin jumps in through someone else to clear those things with you, or to express their love for you, to express what they cannot express in their physical, in 3D, what they're afraid of to express, or they're not aware yet, but it's coming through now, manifested physically, not in telepathy anymore like it used to come to you, or astrally, they would come visit you astrally. Now it's actually manifested in physical form through another human. Now, how is this going to reflect that other human in future? Is most likely because that other human has their organic twin. They are learning the lessons of love through you, and you are placeholder for their organic twin. So once you reunite with your organic twin, that person is going to actually meet their real twin, and everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be fine, and you will be their teacher. You will be someone they learn from the love lessons. Okay, so nothing to worry about. Go with the flow. Okay, of course, you have to be careful about other people's feelings. Only take what you need, not what you want, but just what you need from every experience, because it was given to you by the universe. Okay? And another thing I want to say, why did you then recognize your twin and they recognized you as well? Maybe they didn't know what it really means to be a twin flame. Maybe you didn't know also at the first moment, but you felt it and they felt it. Was because how they say that the stars were aligned. There was a moment when you were 100% you and your twin was 100% them, and that was arranged by the source, God, Allah, whatever you want to call the ultimate force, that you looked in your twin and they looked in you, and whoosh, you were 100% downloaded into yourself and they were 100% present. That's why they ran away, because that's so scary. That's like being fully awakened for one moment. That was super scary. And if you go back and remember the moment you realized that your twin was that special person in your life, maybe you didn't know the twin flame term. I sure didn't. But it was March 19, 2011. I already knew my twin flame, but I didn't know he was my twin. But the recognition came on the March 19th, and later on I learned that that night was a full super moon. You can check March 19, 2011. It was full super moon that was called the blue moon. Similar one is coming up now on the 31st of January. And we were in a hotel attending wedding of our mutual friend, and he came to talk to me as he knew me, and that moment we looked at each other's eyes, and that was a moment of full recognition, and it was scary for me too. I remember I felt like I was being hit by a rock, like by a brick in the back of my head. And I was 100% present, and I know he was 100% present, because everyone else seemed to cease to exist around us. The sounds became distorted, and it was super strong moment, and it was just a glimpse from God to see what strong energy exists between twins, especially at the moment of merge. But we cannot merge with our twin until we consciously become conscious 100% in our bodies, both of us. So universe is now, if you're on that a part of your journey where you almost 100% download into yourself is and present within yourself, then is giving you opportunities to finalize your purging and learning, whatever you need to finalize before you merge through other people. And so don't be jealous if your twin has someone you call karmic partner. Maybe your higher energy, 10% of you that is not aware or is not brave to talk to your twin, is communicate through them. They're learning. Don't worry. They're finishing up and packing up their things before they reunite with you, and so are you. So things are channeled for you through other people, and if they're channeled highly and strongly, then you may think that they're your organic twin, because everything your twin should be saying, doing, or working with you or feeling energetically with you, this other person is. In my case right now, the energy of my organic twin, the spirit of my organic twin, is split into three, into three entities, into three people, into a person that I call sacral chakra guy, into a person that I call manifested twin, and into my organic twin himself. The part that my organic twin is doing is maybe 5% only, but that 5% is in the form of stalking. And now we're going to go to the subject number 2 of this video, which is stalking by the runner twin. You probably assume maybe that I will be talking about the chaser stalking the runner, but no, it's the runner who is usually stalking the chaser, because runner is the one who refuses the connection and relationship, and they will push you away from themselves and say sometimes even harsh words to you. From what I learned from many emails that I received from the viewers and from my fellow twin flames, is that they've suffered very harsh words from their twins, from their organic twins. But these same twins will follow you on social media secretly or semi-secretly, maybe put a like here and there, but usually secretly. Then they will also walk by your house or drive by your apartment or go to the places where they know they will run into you, but then also they will run away from you. Why is this different from regular stalking? And because my video became so long, because I ran into this subject of the first part of this video was very important. I'm gonna give you practical example of what's happening with my twin in the next video, and that I have not only stalker twin, that my twin is stalking me, but that I have like a regular stalker. And I also had one stalker a long time ago in the past, but I have one presently right now. It's pretty scary. But at the same time, when my twin is doing the exactly same things, like he will park his car across from my house, he will drive by me at the places where we worship together, or do things like that, I'm not scared. I'm super happy to see that he's trying to reach out to me. While when someone else is doing that, it's very scary in the physical 3D world. We don't feel comfortable at all having a stalker. But when our twin is doing that, we feel honored and happy that they are trying to reach out. And why they are doing that is the need for your energy, the need for your presence, the need for that energy that they feel between you, the same energy that pushes them away, that scares them, that is so strong. Occasionally, once in a while, they have a need to feel that surge again. And so they're kind of like the phone that you have. You have to plug in your phone in the wall and recharge it. Well, they're not like energy vampires. They're not stealing your energy, your twin. They share the energy with you, the magnetic field that you have between you two, the twin flame magnetism, the twin flame energy, the pull and the push. So they push away as magnets do, but then they feel the pull, they need to be closer to you. So they don't necessarily want you to see them. They don't want to contact you. They don't want to talk to you. They just want to be nearby, just to see you from the distance. They could be on the other side of the parking lot. They have no intention of, God forbid, do any harm to you. They don't have any intention to assault you, God forbid. They don't have any intention to even maybe say a word to you. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. Maybe they're like, get scared and they decide not to say anything. But for them, what's important is to be in some vicinity of you, close enough to feel your energy again, the energy that is them, that they're looking for themselves. They need to fill the void, of not being, they're looking for you because you are their perfect shoe, their perfect match. Not like this picture, the mismatched shoes. I'm showing you mismatched shoes so that this is like karmic partners, just don't go for a long time with you. You cannot walk long in mismatched shoes like this, you know. And also you cannot walk like this without being ridiculed. So that's your karmic partners in the past. But you know, let bygones be bygones. Anyways, so I will cover more on stalkers and stalking in practical to describe you some of the situations that I have and had with my twin and the regular stalker to compare the two types of stalking. I cannot do any more today because of the length of the video. And now I will share the messages that are very, very important. The first set of messages came actually through the movie Ghost. There was a lot of numbers in the scenes that strongly connected. There was apartment number 303, which repeatedly was seen and heard about. So I checked for you. Angel number 303 is a sign of peace. If you have been in a conflict with a loved one recently, this is a sign that you may need to swallow your pride, say your apologies, and ensure peace is present. It is a sign that if you know someone close to you who is not happy because what they did or said, it was something wrong, allow them or guide them into making peace with the affected person. The guardian angels want you to know that at the end of the day, no matter the situation, peace always prevails. Now, next to the apartment number 303, there was building 4D. Obviously, it means the fourth dimension. Then also, the amount of money was $4 million that was transferred at 4 p.m. So I feel strong connection right now. This week is very important for you all to be in a 4D, connected to your 4D dimension. And also number 42. 42 means that God is listening to your prayers. You have your doubts about fate, but your doubts are pointless. They can only harm your life path if you continue. That's why this message is being sent. Ask for ways how to overcome your doubts, and angels will help you. If you need to, ask your guardian angel to send you a sign or proof he's here with you. Express sincere gratitude for God and for angels. Sign will come soon. Keep your eyes open. Okay, and then also 303 is it was very strongly downloaded to me that 303 is the area code for Michigan. Someone out there who's listening right now, if you're from Michigan or your twin flame is from Michigan, then your reunion is coming soon. Keep your eyes open. Now, for me personally, I heard the word Archer 3 times. I was actually eating a cookie by Archer Farms, and that moment I was watching the Ghost movie, and in the movie there was a company on the screen showed the guy was passing by the building that said Archer and Archer. And my twin flame's name is Arslan, and only I, as far as I know, call him Archie or Archer. That's his nickname that I invented for him. And so I see Archer, synchronicity of the word Archer 3 times. And angel number 231 was really strongly this week. It's a message from your angels and the God that they're helping you with manifestation of your goals and desires. Keep your thoughts, expectations, and outlook positive and optimistic, and trust in your creative manifesting abilities. Remember to stay focused on what you do want rather than on what you don't want. And now, the most important part of the messages this week is very strongly, it came down to read to you Ode to the Grecian Urn, which I never read before. I'm going to read to you directly first time. So as I'm reading, I'm hearing this first time. But before that, I want to read the explanation about this poem that I found. And it says like this. A man is whispering sweet nothings to a Grecian urn, an ancient Greek pot that is covered in illustrations. He thinks the pot is married to a guy named Quietness, but they haven't had sex yet, so the marriage isn't official. He also thinks that the urn is the adopted child of silence and slow time. Then the speaker gives us the urn's profession. It's historian, and it does a much better job of telling stories than the speaker possibly could. The speaker looks closer at the urn and tries to figure out what's going on in the pictures that are painted on it. Illustrated on the urn is some kind of story that might involve God, man, or both. It looks like a bunch of guys are chasing beautiful women through the forest. People are playing pipes and beating on drums. Everyone looks happy. The scene is chaotic and the speaker doesn't know quite what's happening. Not only is the urn a better storyteller than the poet, but the musicians in the illustration have sweeter melodies than the poet. The poet then tries to listen to the music played by the people in the image. Even though he can't hear the music with his ears, he's trying to listen to it with his spirit. He looks at the illustration of a young guy who is playing a song under a tree. Because pictures don't change, the man will be playing his song as long as the urn survives, and the tree will always be full and green. Then the speaker addresses one of the guys who is chasing a maiden, and he offers some advice. You're never going to make out with that girl because you are in a picture, and pictures don't change. But don't worry, at least you'll always be in love with her because you're in a picture and pictures don't change. The speaker thinks about how happy the trees must be to keep all their leaves forever. It's always springtime in the world of the urn, and every song sounds fresh and new. Then he starts talking about love and repeats the word happy a bunch of times. He's jealous of the lovers on the urn because they will always be lusting after each other. Seriously, he thinks the best part of being in love is trying to get your lover to hook up with you, and not the part that follows. We are starting to think that the speaker needs a cold shower. The word panting threatens to send the poem careening into X-rated territory. Things were getting a bit steamy, but now the speaker has moved to a different section of the urn. He's looking at an illustration of an animal sacrifice. This is pretty much the cold shower he needed. A priest is leading a cow to be sacrificed. People have come from a nearby town to watch. The speaker imagines that it's a holy day, so the town has been emptied out for the sacrifice. The town will always be empty because it's a picture, and pictures don't change. The speaker starts freaking out a bit. He's basically yelling at the urn now, whereas before he was really excited about the idea of living in the eternal world of illustrations. Now he's not so sure. Something about it seems cold to him. He thinks about how, when everyone he knows is dead, the urn will still be around, telling this story to the future generations. The urn is a teacher and a friend to mankind. It repeats the same lesson to every generation, that truth and beauty are the same thing, and this knowledge is all we need to make it through life. So now I will read you the poem, as I said the first time. I've never read this poem before, and it's actually by John Keats, very famous poet. Thou still unravished bride of quietness, thou foster child of silence and slow time, Sylvan historian who canst thus express a flowery tale more sweetly than our rhyme, what leaf-fring'd legend haunts about thy shape of deities or mortals, or of both, in Tempe of the dales of Arcady, or the dales of Arcady? What men or god are these? What maidens loth? What mad pursuit? What struggle to escape? What pipes and timbrels? What wild ecstasy? Heard melodies are sweet, but those unheard are sweeter. Therefore, ye soft pipes, play on, not to the sensual ear, but more endeared. Pipe to the spirit of no tone. Fair youth, beneath the trees, you canst not leave thy song, nor ever can those trees be bare. Bold lover, never, never canst you kiss. You winning near the goal yet, do not grieve. She cannot fade, though thou have not thy bliss. Forever will you love, and she will be fair. Ah, happy, happy bough, that cannot shed your leaves nor even bid the spring adieu. And happy melodies unvaried, forever piping songs forever new, more happy love, more happy, happy love, forever warm and still to be enjoyed, forever panting and forever young, all breathing human passion far above, that leaves a heart high, sorrowful, and cloyed, a burning forehead and a parching tongue. Who are these coming to the sacrifice? To what green altar, O mysterious priest, leads you that heifer lowing at the skies, and all her silken flanks with garlands dressed? What little town by river or seashore or mountain built with peaceful citadel is emptied of this folk this pious morning? And little town, thy streets forevermore will silent be, and not a soul to tell why you are desolate can ever return. O Attic shape, fair attitude, with breed of marble men and maidens overwrought with forest branches and the trodden weed, thou silent form thus tease us out of thought, as doth eternity, cold pastoral. When old age shall this generation waste, thou shalt remain in midst of other woe than ours, a friend to men, to whom thou sayest, beauty is truth, truth is beauty. That is all ye know on earth and all you need to know. Thank you, guys. Please comment, subscribe, like, and I'll see you next time. Peace be upon you. Assalamu alaikum.